Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, here for another terrific Tuesday video. And today I want to share with you a cute card that I created using a new stamp set in our upcoming annual catalog that begins June 1st. This stamp set is called Animal Outing. Now, if you do not currently have a demonstrator, I would be more than happy to earn your business. Email me at kim@kimsbasementbunch.com, and I'd be happy to get a catalog in the mail to you as soon as I receive them, which will be later this week. So today I focused on a cute, fun fold card using that stamp set, and I'm also using some new leaf trinkets that are also in our upcoming catalog. Aren't those cute? What I like about these is that they're nice and flat, so for mailing them, they'll be really good to mail in the mail versus having to worry about paying for more postage. So how I created this card, I want to show you the fun fold on it. So it kind of opens a little bit like a puzzle piece. Isn't that adorable? So you have to put that little piece inside, and it kind of hooks right in there, and then it holds shut by it hooking behind there. Again, I'm going to show you one more time. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to show you how I made this card and give you the dimensions for it, and I'd love to see you create something fun using this technique as well. So what I started off with is a piece of black, basic black cardstock. Now this is cut at your standard 5.5 by 8.5, but what you're going to do is you're going to score it on two sides at 2 1/8. Now I've done that in advance to save a little bit of time today, but what you're going to want to do is put your trimmer at 2 and then 2 little marks is 1/8. So 2 1/8 on each end, and you're going to score it. You're then going to cut some designer series paper. Again, I chose to use, look at the back of that pretty paper. This is the paper from the current promotion of our Share What You Love bundle. So you can get this paper right now through one of our bundles on an early release. The paper itself will be available beginning June 1st, but this paper is cut at 5 1/4 by 1 7/8, and I'm just going to adhere this paper down to the front 2 panels of my card. So I'm going to put one down here, and it's designed to have a little bit of a black edge around the outer edge, just to kind of give it a nice little look there. So let me go ahead and adhere these two. Now, if you're not on my mailing list yet, I encourage you to do so. If you go to kimsbasementbunch.com, there's a section there for you to be able to join my mailing list. And I do provide free tutorials every Friday, and so you'll be able to get some card ideas and things like that. So I would love to have you be part of my mailing list. Then what I did in advance is I stamped a kangaroo onto, sorry, a giraffe. A giraffe. I'm looking at the kangaroo. I promise you there's one in the stamp set. This is called Animal Outing, and it'll be available June 1st. So I stamped the giraffe and cut it out with an oval, layering ovals framelit. Now, most of my customers have these framelits because I use them so much in my videos and in my projects. They are definitely a must-have in your collection. So what I did is I stamped this in our StazOn or archival black ink. Either one will work. And in advance, I colored the little dots on the giraffe with the early espresso pen. Then taking our aqua painter filled with water, I'm just going to lightly bleed this color together to kind of color in his face and the rest of his body just a little bit. So I'm just kind of taking ink from that from those spots and moving it up where I want it to be in his face. Okay, so it's a neat little way of adding just a little bit of color without having to worry about doing too much extravagant stuff. Now you do need to do that pretty quickly because it will go through if you don't, so you want to do that fairly fast. Then what I did is I did ink around the edges with a sponge and an ink, taking the ink off of the sponge with the sponge and inking on the edges. I do not have that here right now for my video, so the one I'm making for you today is not going to have that on there. But I went ahead and adhered this down to the bottom of this card with some dimensionals. Now that is just called ink distressing. So you're just going to take a little sponge, put the sponge into the ink pad, and then brush it across the edge of this circle. And I apologize that I don't have that handy right now to be able to show you that. So then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down here like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a little ring with 2 of your circle framelits. Now I have the circle framelits out so that I can show you how I did that. What you're going to do is you're going to run it through the Big Shot. I have a bigger layering circle, and then I have the little circle. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay those down and run them through the Big Shot like it's a donut, like you're making a donut. And what you end up with is this piece right here. So you'll have a black circle as well that you can use for a different project. But what you want is this for the ring. And then you're going to also use this right here to cut out a white piece, and I've already stamped the Wild About You on that from the same stamp set, the Animal Outing. So what you're going to do is I put one dimensional on the back of this, and I am going to center this onto my card. So it's only going to be glued down on the little part there. I'm not going to have it on the other part, and I'm kind of not really pushing it down too much because I want to make sure this is going to fit around it, which it is. So you can see those are the same size. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere some adhesive just to the back of part of this circle. So I'm going to be using my Fast Fuse, and I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive just to half of this, and I'll show you what I did here in a second. You can see that there's just a little bit of adhesive there. And what I did is I'm going to fold this down, and this is going to only adhere to the opposite side. So you want the adhesive to go onto the opposite side of that piece of paper. And by doing that, you should have a card that opens like that. Look how fun and simple that is. Now, because I used the dimensional to hold that on, this little ring will kind of hold underneath of that to hold that card shut. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Then what I've done is I've cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and the Whisper White cardstock is cut 5 1/4 by 4, and this is just going to go on the inside of my card so that you have room to write a little note for someone or to do some additional stamping or whatever it is you might like to do. And then after I did that card, I was like, needed something additional down here. And so that is when I went and found my burlap. I thought burlap kind of fit this perfectly. And using some glue dots, I am going to fold over my burlap. And I'm just putting a glue dot in the middle. I'm going to fold it over like so. From there, I'm going to trim these edges off as short as you might like them. And I'm just going to cut them at an angle. So there's my piece of burlap. And I'm going to use a couple of glue dots. And I'm going to glue dot this down as well. And then I decided to use one of our new trinkets. So this is the new leaf trinkets. And this time though, I'm going to actually use one that has the 3 leaves in it. And again, with a glue dot, I'm going to adhere that down right to the middle of that as well. Whoops, I guess I didn't get it glued out like I thought I did. There I did. And I'm going to adhere that down right to the middle. And there you have a cute fun fold card using a neat little technique. And that's so cute. So again, I encourage you to check it out. Make a cute card using that technique. You could even use a different stamp set or even use the same one. This stamp set will be available beginning June 1st. And again, if you do not have a demonstrator and like a catalog, email me at kim@kimsbasementbunch.com. Thanks for stopping today. I hope you enjoyed this cute, simple, fun fold technique. And I look forward to seeing you all back here next week. Have a great day. Bye.